so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. But it comes to the end of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. Happiness comes. That has come to me. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Running fast for the edge of my life. Jesus saved me in time. Happiness comes so seldom. That has come to me. It is here in the Father's kingdom. It was there for me. You took me in. And you washed away my sins. You washed away my sins.
You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, theys, and gays. This is The Real Pineapple, and this is your humble host, Hunter, here. Happy holidays to y'all. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're safe. This is going to be my last stream before the holiday. I was thinking about doing a Christmas Eve stream, but my lovely partner is going to be house sitting for uh like 2 weeks over the next like month. So I want to spend some more time with her. I want to spend some more time with the cats. And I'll be real, y'all. I have been kind of blazing through some movies here and getting some reviews done. So I'm tired. I'm gonna give myself a fucking break because I don't know about y'all, but going into 2025, I want to be a little better about my mental health. Um, Alea is very good at making me stop and realize that I need a break. And even though I am not currently employed, that will change soon. But I need to be better about that this upcoming year. So um, I haven't decided yet, but I am going to be on a more consistent schedule in 2025. But still kind of figuring out the days. One of the days will probably be Saturday. Probably start doing like Saturday mornings. Um, Probably early Saturday afternoons actually. But yeah, I want to go ahead and be more consistent on my streams. I think next football season I'll start doing like a Sunday morning kind of like get ready sort of thing. So that'll be like a year from now or like September. But it's just some fun things we're gonna do for the new year as far as streaming. But pardon me. But as far as tonight, I'm gonna give y'all a review for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and then um actually, you know what? I'll talk about this real quick. I'm gonna have two reviews coming out on Christmas Day, because both films come out on Christmas Day. That's for Nosferatu and Baby Girl. So those will be out on Christmas Day. And then on top of that, not just this review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but I will be uploading my review of the TV show, TV miniseries Knuckles as well. Pardon me. So yeah, you'll be getting two reviews like now, basically, and then two reviews on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day, and we'll see. I might get motivated tomorrow and go, you know what, fuck it, I'll do a quick Christmas review, but most likely this is going to be it. So yeah, but Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Let me take a sip of my beer here. Delicious. So um Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is once again directed by Jeff Fowler, who you know from directing the other two Sonic the Hedgehog films. And this one is also written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. And I've known them from stuff. I was sitting here, I was like, I know they wrote the other two songs, but I feel like they wrote something else that I love. And I was going through their filmography. They fucking wrote Violent Night, which is one of the best Christmas movies. I won't even say in the last 20 years. That's one of the best Christmas films ever. Violent Night is about as perfect. Now, okay, quick segue here. I know, so unlike me, but but one thing that I think we do need to start doing is qualifying what we think perfect is. And I mean that in terms of like, there is no perfect film. There's no film that is perfect. There are films that might be close, but there is not a perfect film. What I will say for something like, oh God, I'm trying to think of an example now. Something like Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. I'll use that as an example. As far as an animated film, and I'm not saying that in a condescending way, but it is about as perfect in that medium as you can get. Because obviously the animation is fucking pristine, but as a film, that is about, I think, that's one of the best films I've seen in the last 20 years. Even something like, oh my gosh, I'm just like John Wick. Like the John Wick films are not like insane with plot or anything like that, but for being an action spectacle, that's exactly what you want it to be with some plot thrown in there. I think those films get better as they go on. Actually, John Wick is more skeleton as far as its plot, but the way they build upon the world, and now we're getting Ballerina, which I'm fucking stoked for. with oh god, what's her name, with Anna Anna de Armas. Like we're getting that with her. Um, yeah, like things can exist in the realm of perfection without it being perfect. Is what I'm saying. Um, all of that said, I love this movie. Like I saw it earlier today. Alea and I'll probably post a picture of it. It'll be on my socials probably. But Alea and I took a picture in our Christmas sweaters. I would be wearing a Christmas sweater, but it's actually pretty cold, so I want something a little more heavy duty. But we got our Christmas sweaters on. We went like at 10 this morning and went and saw the movie, and she's enjoyed these first two with me. She's not a huge. She didn't grow up playing, video games, so I get to fill her in on some of the mythology and all that fun stuff. But I still remember, as we talk about Christmas and the holiday season, one of my favorite gifts, and I mean, I really do mean this, but one of my favorite gifts as a kid, not even as a kid, one of my favorite gifts ever is I still remember looking at the Christmas tree. I still remember seeing this box, and I remember getting so excited. I was like, "What is it? What is it?" And it was a Sega Genesis, and I still remember, Sonic making that pose like that, one finger up in the air, and being so excited, and having seen the commercials on like Saturday morning cartoons, and being like, "Oh my god, I want to play that game!" And no hyperbole, that game changed my life. Sonic the Hedgehog genuinely changed my life. In terms of showing what a cartoon can do, because you end up getting Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons after that, which I thought fucking ruled. But it really was the first thing I was nerdy about. Like even before I got into Batman, even before I got into Marvel, even before I got into X-Men, it was that. It was Sonic. Sonic was the first thing I really got nerdy about. And so seeing the bludgeoning that the character has taken over the years, admittedly, has really pissed me off because, Mario, more often than not, I mean, there have been missteps here and there, but more often than not, Nintendo gets Mario right all the goddamn time, to the point that it's actually kind of fucking annoying. Like, I think the unwanted hatred that the MCU kind of gets, especially at its quote heyday unquote, I think that's how I feel about Nintendo. Because Nintendo, like, I remember when they even started doing, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do Mario at the Olympic Games." I was like, "That's fucking stupid. No one's gonna play this shit." It ended up being great. I'm like, "God damn it, Nintendo! Stop being good at everything." Like 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 I am man enough to admit I hate when I'm being a hater, and I fucking hate I fucking hate Nintendo sometimes. I really fucking hate how they do that shit with Mario. How it just always works. And then, and look, I had a Nintendo 64, like a lot of people did growing up, and I fucking love Super Mario 64. I think Luigi's Mansion, maybe a hot take, Luigi's Mansion might be better than Super Mario 64. I like really love Luigi's Mansion, but and then of course Super Smash Brothers, and and fucking oh god, yeah, like they've gotten Mario right so often that it really has become kind of irritating for me. And so watching uh the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is actually in that list of reviews. I got lost in the annex, so I might have to re-review that. But I remember watching it and just going, man, I wish I was liking this more. Like, I know kids will like it because kids like anything. But I really was excited. Like, okay, this is going to be something that's going to really touch on the lore and get into, all these different, like maybe like different weird areas of it. And I think Charlie Day is the best acting performance in that movie. I think Charlie Day is incredible. I know everyone talks about Jack Black, but straight up it is Charlie Day. Charlie Day is the best performance in that movie. But even when the film came out, I just remember going, there's nothing about Chris Pratt's performance that makes it good. Like, it's not anything special. It's serviceable. It's there. And it's the same goddamn thing I said about West Side Story, and people gave me shit about it. And even most people that gave me shit about it have finally come around to me on that because, as usual, I'm right. And and I was telling my friend, I was telling Nathan over on Mission Impossible at the time, shout out to Nathan, how fucking wrong he was for loving West Side Story because the main actor, fucking Baby Driver, can't fucking sing. He's a terrible goddamn singer. And being a fucking musical, you need to know how to sing. Like, that would be like being in a Fast and Furious movie and not knowing how to fucking drive. Like, it's kind of a prerequisite for a goddamn musical. And I had so many people going, "Oh, come on, Hunter, he's not that bad." It's like, why are we okay with just okay? Why is serviceable enough for some of y'all? These people are getting paid millions of goddamn dollars. Expect more. Care about your job more. I am so fucking sick of okay just being like, shrug. No, fuck you. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play make-believe. Kiss my ass. Be better at your fucking job, you assholes. Like it. Oh, and Chris Pratt, man, when he's not working with James Gunn, I am feeling that shit. Like the Terminal List and like the Tomorrow War. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god, I fucking hate how lazy Chris Pratt is. Like those Jurassic World movies, those are shit, and he's shit in them. Like, fucking try. Like, it should not be this hard for y'all. If you're as good and you're A-list celebrities, you should be doing more. You should be doing more to be better. Say what you will about Ryan Reynolds. I know a lot of people have gotten sick of his Deadpool shtick and they talk about how he plays Deadpool in every fucking movie. I'm sorry. You know the voices exist, right? You know Buried exists, right? This motherfucker does have some range, and even though you people won't go ahead and seek out some of these lesser known films from people to actually prove that they can act, that's not on the fucking person, that's on you. But as someone who's seen tons, probably most of Chris Pratt's filmography, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna see how much of Chris Pratt shit I've seen. So okay, let's see. Okay, so the Garfield movie, dog shit. Fucking dog shit. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, saw that. Terminal List, saw some of that. Thor: Love and Thunder, saw that. Jurassic World Dominion, saw that. Tomorrow World, gag. Onward is fine, I guess. It's fine. The Lego Movie, great movie. Lego Movie 2, not good. Passengers, fucking problematic and terrible. Magnificent Seven, he is just a guy in that movie. Oh yeah, he's in Jim the Holograms. Yeah, fuck you for that. Yeah, I've seen most of what. Oh yeah, him and Delivery Man is just annoying. Like, look, y'all, like. And I'm not even saying this just because of the whole fucking like his very problematic church views, which are we just forgetting about that Elliot Page shit? Are we just brushing that on the rug? Are we doing that? Anyways, but he is a very frustrating actor because I get why people like him. He's so goddamn charismatic when you see him like in interviews and shit. It's like, oh wow, this guy is actually very charming. He can laugh out on stuff. Okay. Most of the time, it does not translate to screen unless he has those fucking blasters in his hand. And I think the collective we need to acknowledge that we were way too fucking lax on him for that Super Mario performance. He didn't do shit in that movie. And he's voicing the goddamn titular character. And so many people were just like, whatever. No, fuck you for that. And that, to tie this back around the Sonic, after my rant, to tie it back to Sonic, that's what drives me nuts about Ben Schwartz, is that he's great as Sonic. You can tell how much he actually fucking cares about this character. You hear him in interviews actually talking about the lore. You get it. You get why Ben Schwartz. I mean, he said it kind of jokingly, like, "Oh, we could do 10 Sonic movies." I don't doubt that they can. There's enough lore. If I think a lot of people just play the games, but there's Sonic comics, there's been Sonic shows, some damn good Sonic shows, by the way. Yeah, but it's so frustrating to see how many people just kind of went with Chris Pratt. But straight up, the voice acting in here needs to be fucking commended because Ben Schwartz nails his shit as Sonic. it's not like he was even bad in the first one because he's great in the first one, but it feels like he's starting to get the nuances of the character more as the movies go on, and maybe that is partly the scripts as well evolving, but he gets this character and he just seems like he's having a blast, and it feels like it's an honor for him to be voicing the character. I don't think Chris Pratt gave a flying fuck about voicing Mario. He's like, oh, how much am I getting paid? Oh, 20 mil, awesome. Like, he doesn't give a shit. I doubt he even remembers he was in Jurassic Park. I'm sure he was just like, oh yeah, another check. I just don't think that. Okay, another rant. There are these characters, and this is one reason why the Ezra Miller shit pissed me off so bad. These are characters that people invest their time in, their fan fiction in, their money in, their cosplays in, to go ahead and like live, breathe the character, to be inspired by this character, to root for these characters, and have people who just don't give a fuck about the canon or the fan base that they're representing, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. It might be a check to you, but you are representing this fan base in your portrayal. It's fucking frustrating. And so when I see someone like Chris Pratt, like I said, who I do not think gives a flying fuck that he voiced Mario, nor Garfield, by the way, it really does make me it's a perfect example. And I think a lot of people probably forgotten about this. You know what movie came out in 2014 that is fucking amazing that does not get nearly enough credit? Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Y'all remember that movie? Ty Burrell of Modern Family fame, he went ahead and voiced Mr. Peabody. He fucking crushes that. That's one of the best that's one of the best performances of 2014. I know some people are gonna laugh and go like, "You're high." No, go back and watch that movie. That is a great fucking movie, and that's a movie that really didn't get nearly the props it should have when it came out. So I'm actually very happy to see that someone like Ben Schwartz is taking this shit seriously. So to get to the movie proper, Sonic is back with the rest of Team Sonic. Idris Elba's Knuckles, and then a Colleen. I always fuck up her name. O'Shaughnessy's Tails, who I'm so happy they brought her in to voice Tails. Like, she has been voicing Tails for like the last 20 years, I want to say. Might even be longer than that, might be 30 years. But she's been voicing the character for fucking ever, and she deserves to get a chance to voice the character in a larger medium like this, which is kind of my whole thing with the Pratt shit. Like, get one of the people who's voiced Mario before, and just keep the rest of the the celebrity cast. You don't need Chris Pratt. Anyways, but they're going ahead and they are called in, recruited by Gunn to go ahead and investigate this new phenomenon that is fucking up Tokyo. And of course, we know that phenomenon is the brilliant Shadow, who's voiced by the brilliant Keanu Reeves, which again, I don't know what Keanu Reeves' relationship with Shadow, with Sonic is. I have no fucking idea. But hearing him talk about the pressure of voicing Shadow and being like, I hope that the fans like enjoy my portrayal, and he has such a reverence and a respect for whatever he's working on. That's why I'm excited for his Constantine, because Constantine is a damn good movie that I don't think DC talks about nearly enough. That's a good fucking flick. One of the best portrayals, maybe the best portrayal of the devil in that film. But Keanu Reeves is great in this. He's fucking fantastic. When you get to the inevitable backstory of Shadow, which I won't spoil here, when you get to that, it is fucking heartbreaking. And I will say, knowing the canon, I was very curious how they were going to handle it, like how much they would like get into it. And for it being a PG film, they actually do a really good job of still maintaining like the core of what happened in terms of Shadow's backstory. But it is handled, I think it's handled incredibly well. And Keanu brings such a pain to when Shadow is like kind of reminiscing on certain things in his origin, that I think it's fucking wonderful. It's so goddamn well done. he's a great addition to the franchise, and I love his portrayal. Um, as I've already talked about Ben Schwartz, he's fucking great. I do want to shout out Alila Brown, who is the girl who goes ahead and plays Maria, who's the girl that Shadow befriends. She was also just in that movie Sting, and then she played young Furiosa in Furiosa Mad Max Saga, which I still need to watch. It's on my list before I do my best of. It's on my list, but she's having a hell of a year, and she is. I don't know how they do it with the Sonic movies. I don't know if like Keanu's like doing the voice like while she's acting, or I don't know if she's just acting alongside tennis balls and someone off camera is reading the script to her as Shadow, but she's great in this. She has an actual great performance in here, and you get their friendship, and it's a very endearing friendship. There's this one scene in particular where they're up looking up at the stars, and I love that sequence so much. And I that was one of those moments I had to grab Alea's hand, because I've been trying hard not to cry, y'all. Like, everything's been making me cry recently, and I realize I just need to get it out, because it's been an emotional year. But this movie kind of wrecked me at multiple points, and Shadow is so pissed off. Like, I think that's one of my favorite things about Keanu's performance is that you remember at the end of John Wick where he just has that monologue where he just kind of snaps, where he's like, people have been asking me if I'm back, and I've been hesitant to say that I am, and he just goes off, like, you're like, oh shit, John Wick's back. He has this moment where he's talking to Sonic, because Sonic makes this mistake. No spoilers about kind of what it is and how it's set up, but he goes after Shadow alone, and Shadow calls him on his shit. He's like, "Oh, it's Team Sonic, is it, motherfucker? You're out here by yourself. You clearly don't care about your family." And I was sitting there going, "Motherfucker, he's right. He's 1,000% correct." And you see Sonic like getting so pissed off, and it's so well done. The gamesmanship between Shorts and Reeves, the way that they are just volleying off of each other, it feels like a great tennis match. And they nail their shit, like especially in the third act where things really ramp up. Oh my god, that shit gets intense in a way that I really wasn't expecting. I do have to talk, of course, about Jim Carrey playing both Robotniks in this movie. And I will just say, if Jim Carrey wants to just keep doing Sonic movies and not full-time act anymore, I still support that. I you can tell how much fun he's having. And I know he talked about, I bought too much stuff. I had to come back for a third one. You know what? That's fine. Buy more shit. Come back for a fourth one. Because he is just having fun as Eggman. He's having fun as Dual Robotniks, and it's just enough 90s Jim Carrey that's not overload, but it is such a fucking blast. It's so much fun. There is this laser dance sequence that I was howling at. I was like, this is nuts that this is in here, but also I love that this is in here. I was in as I mentioned, we were like at a 10 a.m. screening. But there are definitely people behind us. The kids behind us were laughing their asses off. And I actually heard several of the adults laughing. There were probably about like 20 people in the theater, 10 a.m. But it was really fucking funny. And there are some emotional moments with Robotnik that I really wasn't expecting, that caught me off guard in the best way. But also Robotnik he is very much a Lex Luthor to Sonic Superman, where he's just such a dick to this hedgehog. Like, he's such a prick to Sonic at every turn. There's this point where, and this is in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, but they have to team up, and they walk out. They use a ring to go ahead and teleport to this place they need to go, and and fucking Robotnik, as soon as he steps out of the portal, just hip checks Sonic for no fucking reason. And Sonic you can even see Sonic kind of looking up at him like, dick, like like I should just spin dash your ass right now. But he's so fucking funny. And like I said, the more emotional beats of Robotnik work shockingly well here. oh god, what's his name? His sidekick, Agent Stone, who's played by Lee Majdoub. He's been in all three of these, and he really is great with the comedic relief. He just gets it. Like, he really does just understand how to make this shit work. Um, I hope he gets more shit moving forward, because he's a good looking guy. He's very naturally charismatic. He's very good at physical comedy. And he does so much acting with his face. I love when actors and actors can do that. He's wonderful. He's absolutely delightful in this, and seeing him work off of Jim Carrey, but in two different ways, is actually quite fascinating. I really liked him in this. The action here is pristine. There is a brilliant car chase sequence early on, or motorcycle chase sequence, I guess I should say, at the beginning of the film that I just fucking adored with Shadow. Not a spoiler, but just to ease your minds, he does have a gun, and he does shoot at Sonic at multiple points. His intro, Shadow's intro, like at the to start off the film. By the way, shout out to Yorma Tacone of the Lonely Island being in this movie, being like a gun henchman. I always love seeing the Lonely Island randomly fucking pop up, and I was like, I whispered over to Leia, I was like, oh shit, it's Yorma. She's like, wait, well, who? I'm like, from the Lonely Island. She's like, oh shit, like I love that. I love seeing him. Like I love seeing him in this. But the intro of Shadow, and I know some people are going to give me shit for this, and that's fine. It is Infinity War Thanos level of awesome. Shadow's intro kicks so much ass, and that Shadow theme kicks in, and oh my god, it is. I had goosebumps watching that intro scene. Like, it's handled so perfectly. Thankfully, I can say as well, we do get Tom, Donut Lord, played by James Marsden, and Tika Sumpter's Maddie back. And it's really cool how they actually do keep finding ways to involve the human characters, but it's not about the human characters. I really like the concept, like the notion of family. I know that's very Fast and Furious, but it is kind of crazy how these films have continued to evolve what family looks like, and the way that Knuckles fits in the family now. He fits in like a glove. They love Knuckles and they love Tails, and just the camaraderie between the five of them, it just works. It works so well. There's a moment where Tom and Maddie are talking about how their lives are boring because they actually don't have someone trying to kill them, and it's one of those things that you really laugh at, because you do go, yeah, if you adopt an alien, there will just be what's next? Like, you have to like, how do you maintain that high? But shout out to James Marsden, because between this and then Jury Duty, which I did finally watch, and then his portrayal as Jack Body in a Party, this last season, Party Down, which is a great season, by the way, and him playing Ben and Steve Wood in Dead to Me, and getting being Disenchanted. Like, he really has had a great, like, last 5 years. I'm really happy for him, because I really don't think he got nearly the chance he deserved to play Cyclops. Those scripts hurt him. It's not fair. But you know what? Fuck it. We've got Avengers Doomsday coming back. Bring him back as Cyclops, even if it's just for that one film. Let's see him run it back. He deserves that, goddammit. But he's great in this, and he gets some emotional moments that I really was not expecting. That's the thing about these films, that they just continue to surprise, and that's the thing that made me just the happiest. It's just, I kept being amazed. Idris Elba's Knuckles, god damn it, I love Idris Elba so much. Such a handsome man. But there is this joke with Knuckles involving ghosts that straight up made me like cough up some of my icy. It was such a random joke, but it makes sense given Knuckles, and considering how serious Knuckles is. It was a fucking delight, this joke. And that's probably I would say probably the biggest improvement is the humor. I think the humor has gotten better throughout each film, and this is peak for me. There's some really great jokes between involving Tails. Um, it all spoil, but talking about Tails looking like a Pokemon, and Knuckles gets so much joy out of it. It reminded me of in a Guardians Volume 2 when Drax is like uh when Mantis tells everyone that Peter has a crush on Gamora, and and Drax is just a prick about it. She just told everyone your deepest darkest secret, and just starts laughing. That's how Knuckles was with Tails, and Tails is just looking at him like fuck you, Echidna. Like I it it made me very happy. And Jim Carrey carries a lot of the humor, but his humor is great, and the way that him playing dual roles as both Robotniks, it really does actually work, because you have this Robotnik who hates this Hedgehog, wants to kill him, obviously wants world power, classic Robotnik. But then you have this other Robotnik who is, when you find out why he's so pissed, it's like, oh shit, okay. It's fascinating how he's playing this more dramatic Robotnik, and then this more, hilarious but still schemy Robotnik, and the way that Venn diagram kind of works between the two of them. It works, and carries both roles extremely well. If there is a complaint, Kristen Ritter is in here as Director Rockwell, and she's in a couple scenes, but they don't do a lot with her, which is a shame, because Kristen Ritter is one of the best actresses that we have. I would have liked to have seen her more in this, but to be real, between two Robotniks and Shadow, and like the movie's balancing a lot. I wouldn't have been mad if the movie was like another 20 minutes long. And I'm not even saying this is too short, because it's very, very well paced, as really as all three of these are. This is an hour 50. I wouldn't have minded 2 hours 5. But yeah, Ritter really doesn't get a ton to do. So that would be like my one kind of like, oh, I wish you could have improved on this. But that's like my one gripe. Outside of that, there are some great Sonic Easter eggs, including, without spoiling, some music in the third act that I straight up cried when I heard it. And the way that it's used, I was like, yes. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect what they do with the music. And again, you'll if you're a Sonic nerd, you'll hear it and you'll go, oh shit! Like it's fucking awesome. And then there's a post and a mid credit. The post credit is very great. I was very happy with the post credit. The mid credit made me jump out of my seat. I was like, oh my fuck yes! Like they've already confirmed Sonic 4. So thank God. Which is, I think it's 2026. I think is what they're shooting for. I think it's spring. Oh no, it's 20. Ah, damn, it's 2027. Son of a bitch. So that's depressing. But yeah, I love this movie. I fucking love this movie. I was sitting there the whole time like, okay, this is the third one. This is kind of where these either kind of solidify their status as great or go ahead and fucking jump off a cliff. And nah, they clearly still have more in the tank. I am bummed that we have to wait until 2027. It looks like it's spring 2027. I'm sad. I'm sad I have to wait that long, that long. Maybe we get a Shadow. God damn it! Afternoon 2, Hunter Furry confirmed. No, that sounds convincing. But but yeah, it's frustrating. We have to wait till 2027. But you know what? Take your time. I maybe we get a Shadow like short or like a miniseries or something like that in between. I wouldn't mind a Tales miniseries. Give me Tales miniseries. That'd be fun. I'd be fine with that. But yeah, I love this movie. I don't know if it's gonna crack my top 10, because I still have like The Brutalist and Furiosa and some other things I want to watch. But as far as a Sonic movie, this is as perfect as it really gets. I can't believe they pulled this off. It's darker when it needs to be, while still maintaining the heart and the fun that made the first two so enjoyable. But I love this movie. Like I really got out. So we got out probably around like 12:30ish, and came home, showered, played some Marvel Rivals as you do, and I was like, I don't want to record right now because I don't want to be like too hyped. Maybe I'm over analyzing. Da da da. And then I took a nap and woke up and I went, nah, I fucking love this movie. So yeah, if it doesn't crack my top 10, it will be a high as fuck honorable mention. But this is a fan fucking tastic to the highest degree. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I cannot wait to see it again. I might go see it again after the new year, honestly. I might do a $5 movie Tuesday on this and check it out again. But yeah, I adore this. Like I adore this movie, and I cannot wait for Sonic 4. So it's really crazy how Paramount kind of lucked into this, and how if they don't change the design of Sonic, we're not even having this fucking conversation. I just, yeah, I love this. I love this movie. Fan fucking tastic to the highest degree. So, y'all, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Have you seen it? What'd you think? Let me know in the comments. So as far as the rest of the week, I'm off. I'm off for the rest of the week because I've been working my ass off, and damn it, I deserve a break. So on Christmas Day, I will have 2 reviews up. I'll have a review for Nosferatu, and I will have a review for Baby Girl up. Those are the 2 latest. Yeah, Sonic 3. Here, Sonic 3 might be on my best of. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have a review for Baby Girl, and then a review for Nosferatu, and then Thursday, I'll have a review up for the Fire Inside, which new boxing film based on a true story. I'm really excited for that. And then Friday, I'm gonna have my review up for this indie film that I checked out called I Like Movies, that I absolutely adored. And then I actually have a interview with the main actress in that film, Romina Dugo. So I'm gonna have that up on Friday. I'm so excited. The Complete Unknown, I didn't get a screener for that, and to be honest, I don't want to go to. I don't care enough to go to a theater to see it. So I'm not seeing that. People, I think I'm gonna see pretty much almost everything else but that. If it hits VOD in January, cool, maybe I'll check it out. But I just, like I'm not really a Bob Dylan fan either. So I just, here's Bob Dylan, tangled up in blue. There you go. I'm not a fan. But yeah, I'm gonna have a review up for Nosferatu and Baby Girl on Thursday. The interview with Romina and a review for I Like Movies up on Friday. And then Saturday, I will be guest co-hosting on the Afternoon Tune. I will be doing reviews over there. That'll be 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 7 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be on Saturday. And then I'll be back in the lab next week. I don't know when I'll be reviewing, what I'll be reviewing next week, but I've got stuff I still want to check out, so there won't be reviews. But yeah, busy week this week as far as reviews. So, and then as far as other stuff, I've got a lot up on the channel right now. Recently, my review for Taylor Swift the Eras Tour is up on the channel right now. I talked about the Golden Globe nominations last week. My review for Dear Santa, the Jack Black film, is up. I did a review for this awesome indie thriller called Perfectly Good Moment. I did an interview with the actress, writer, director of that film, Amanda Jane Stern. She's fucking awesome, and we talked for like an hour, so go ahead and check that review out. And then I also have a review up for Hot Frosty, so there are a couple of holiday reviews up on the channel. Oh yeah, and then there's a review up for Red One. You don't need to watch it, but if you you really don't. But if you want to watch it, it's on Prime now. But yeah, y'all. So there's a ton of stuff for you to check out over the holidays. But I will be back next week. Or I'll be on that Tune on Saturday, but I will be back streaming next week. Might get back to Batman the Telltale series. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Please stay safe. Please take care of each other. Give someone a hug. Give someone a compliment. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great Christmas if you celebrate, and have a great holiday if you don't. Just enjoy this time with your family. Give yourself some grace. Relax. Kick your feet up. Whatever. Smoke a joint. Drink a beer. Drink a sobe. Whatever helps you relax. We've all earned ourselves a break this time of the year. But thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys on the afternoon tune on Saturday. All right. Thank you so much, y'all, and have a great night. Merry Christmas.